Welcome to Daughter and Dad, episode 21, Crazy Things in Texas and New Mexico. Hop along for the ride.
Okay, we're going to put the riddle at the end of this podcast, folks, so you have to watch the whole thing to see what the answer is. If can Prue get it? Let's ask, are you smarter than Prue? And I'm going to tell you, she's
Probably.
No, you're really smart, Prue.
Okay, I'm ready for this riddle.
Okay, I'm going to read it. A man lives on the 30th floor of a building. Every day takes the elevator to the ground floor to go to work. When he returns home, he takes the elevator to the 20th floor and walks the rest of the way unless it's raining. Then he takes the elevator all up. Why? Riddle me. And I'm not the Riddler from Batman. Okay, Prue, let's see if you can figure it out by the end of this podcast.
Dad, it might take me to the end of the next podcast.
Oh, geez, come on. We can't let our viewers beat you on this one.
Okay, my brain is going to work.
And if not, call in Django. He'll do the trick for you.
Yeah, I'm going to call a friend like they do in those quiz shows.
Yeah, but you'll have to offer him a treat.
I will have to offer him a treat, and he probably won't have the right answer anyway.
I'm going to turn off my iPhone. At least turn it off. Okay.
Yeah, I put mine on Do Not Disturb.
Well, speaking of iPhones, are you going to get the iPhone 16?
Dad, I'm going to wait and see what people think. I know that it's supposed to have the new AI integration, but they're saying they're not going to have all of that rolled out when the iPhone comes out. So I think I'm going to wait a little bit, but I kind of want one.
I kind of want one too. I just checked on the Apple Store right now and how much of a trade-in I'd get for my iPhone 15. Now that almost seems like a waste of money. I got a nice iPhone Pro Max at 15. It works really great. But I want the new one.
Dad, that's how I am too. It's terrible. Mine looks brand new because I keep it in an OtterBox.
Prue, let's play David Letterman. Do you have any top 10 lists that you'd like to make?
I have a top 10 list of the funny or weird things about New Mexico. How about you?
Let's hear them. I have the top 10 craziest names of towns in Texas. And we do have some crazy sounding names in Texas.
Oh, man, that's going to be a good one. So here's the top 10 funny or weird things about New Mexico. Number 10, the official state question. Yes, we have an official state question. It's red or green. And it's not about Christmas. It's about what kind of chili you want. Now, the wrong answer could probably start a fight.
Red or green doesn't matter, right?
Exactly. Right? And then next, we have alien tourist traps. In Roswell, they've got UFO-shaped streetlights, and that's just the beginning. You can buy alien plush toys, alien beer, and even alien abduction insurance. Not kidding. Only in New Mexico.
Man, if I drive to your house next time instead of flying, I'm going to get some alien abduction
insurance, exactly.
I think not. I think I'll let them abduct me.
Dad,
that'll teach them a lesson.
That'd be a great story for the pod. So,
as long as they're taking me to Vegas or someplace even further west.
Yeah, the Area 51's kind of close to Vegas. And then next on the list is there's an annual duck race in Deming. But the ducks have to wear little capes and run through an obstacle course. Gee. It's like NASCAR, but with waddling. And
now, Deming, if I remember my geography of New Mexico, Deming is west of Las Cruces along I-10.
Yeah, it is. It's west of Las Cruces, and it's kind of close to Silver City. And there's not much of a town there, but they do have the big duck race once a year. Now, next, Dad, and this one's so true, we are not a foreign country. Dad, I cannot tell you how many times I've been out of state, and I'll tell someone, oh, I'm from New Mexico. And then they will ask me, "Oh, did you have to get a visa? Do you have a passport?" They're serious. These are Americans asking me this question.
Well, when I have to leave Texas, I do take my passport.
Well, in Texas, you probably need a Texas passport to get back in.
And a check of your ID, birth certificate, especially if the governor's at the border.
Oh my gosh, Dad, I believe it. And now I think Texas has more weird names than New Mexico, but we do have one that's very weird. It's Truth or Consequences. And I love, we all call it T or C here. I love T or C. It's one of our favorite places to drive to. It's a couple hours away, and it's where all the hot springs are. It's awesome.
Do you know, Prue, maybe you know this, but there's some trivia about Truth or Consequences.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I mean, small, and TV was really first out. Oh, geez, folks, I'm not that old. We didn't ride horses at that time.
You had the horseless carriage.
I didn't live in Texas at that time. But Truth or Consequences was a TV show. And the town in New Mexico was named after the TV show, or they changed the name.
Ah, wow. I didn't know that. Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, that was big news back in those days when things were kind of simple.
Yeah, now I'm going to have to look up later on and find out what the original name was.
Oh, why don't you do it right now?
I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah, check it out.
Okay. Truth or consequence. Okay, Wikipedia. Wikipedia should have the scoop. It's frequently been noted on lists of unusual place names for having chosen to rename itself in March 1950. So what was the original name, Wikipedia?
That was only like a year old.
The original name was Hot Springs.
How do you like that?
It's loaded with hot springs. There's hot springs everywhere. There's so many places you can go and soak in all these amazing geothermal springs. And what's interesting about the hot springs in T or C is that there is one place that's considered to have the best hot springs in the entire world, and that's in some location in France. Because of the mineral composition, the minerals provide an uplifting feeling, and the only other place in the world that has that same composition of minerals is T or C.
How do you like that?
Yeah, every time I go, I feel so great afterwards, and you just feel like you're floating for days.
Do you smell like sulfur afterwards?
No, it does not have a sulfur smell at all.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they're really unusual, very cleansing. Your skin looks amazing, so bright, and it's just so healthy. And you can go in the really hot lobster pools that are like 110 degrees, or like the mid-level ones, 104 degrees, or the cooler ones for kids. We always go in the middle ones.
Are we getting a royalty from Truth and Consequences for this?
I know. Dad, we really should.
We should.
And it's by the spaceport. I know this is turning into a pod about T or C.
Oh, what's the next one on your Letterman list?
The next one on my Letterman list is, we have a windshield crack culture here because our roads are not necessarily kept up to the best of standards. We are a relatively poor state. Almost everybody drives around with a crack in their windshield from time to time. In fact, Daniel's windshield got cracked not long ago, and he had to have it replaced just about a month ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he do it himself or?
No, he took it to a place down the road, and they did an amazing job, and our insurance covered it. But I learned after that if your insurance doesn't cover it, or if you're like many New Mexicans and don't have car insurance, shame on you. But anyway, if you don't have insurance, or your insurance won't cover it, if you send the bill to the state will reimburse you.
Really?
Yes.
That's a deal.
That's a deal. I know.
Can I send mine to your state?
Dad, I'm wondering, how did they even know that you got the cracked windshield on a New Mexican road? You could have gotten in Colorado, driven home, and then put your claim in.
Right over across the border into Texas.
Into Tech or Mexico.
Right. Well, down in Mexico, maybe it'd be a gunshot.
It probably would be a gunshot.
Yeah. Okay. Next one.
Okay, next one is roadrunners are real. A lot of people just think they're cute little frisky birds in the comic, but they are real and they are vicious. The nickname for them here is murder birds because you often see them with a lizard or a snake or a mouse hanging out of their beak.
I I had one run right in front of me the other night when I went for my walk.
I love roadrunners.
It was a big, healthy one too, and I just gave it the right away. Said, go for that lizard.
Go for that lizard. You know, he was eating good that night.
You know that.
And in New Mexico, we have the world's largest chili pepper in Las Cruces. Have you seen it there, Dad?
The largest chili pepper.
The largest chili pepper.
I've been in Las Cruces many, many times, but not seen the largest chili pepper. Obviously, a statue.
It is a gigantic statue. And I do not know where it is because I asked ChatGPT to make this list and it did not provide source material.
Well, if you're from Las Cruces and you're listening to our podcast or watching it, let us know where it is. We'll put it on the next podcast.
Yeah, please. I would like to see a picture.
And we'll give you a high five.
We will give you a high five and we'll blow you a kiss.
Now, if Las Cruces gives us a royalty from the Chamber of Commerce, we'll share it with you.
Dad, we got 2 towns now that are better be kissing our butt.
You said it's the poorest state in one of the poorest states.
Dad, they're not going to give us anything. Let's be real.
unless we have a cracked windshield.
Then we get a free windshield. And finally, we put green chili on literally everything. This is true. Not just pizza. We have green chili donuts, and there's even green chili ice cream, which I actually have eaten at Calici's in Roswell, which is a frozen custard place. And a few years back, we went there when we went down for the UFO festival, and Daniel really wanted to get a frozen custard. And I said, oh, what the heck? I'm going to get one too. Blow my diet. And they had green chili custard. And I thought, I'm going to give that a whirl. You know what? The first 2 bites are pretty good, and I couldn't eat anymore. It was too much.
Well, I have a question about that. If you need a cop, should you go to a green chili donut shop? Sorry, police. And you know, that's the stereotype, and we admit it.
There's a restaurant here, a breakfast restaurant on Central called Kaps, Kaps. And it's always every Saturday or Sunday morning, if you drive by, it's just loaded with police cars. And so we call it cops instead of Kaps. That's where they're getting. I guess they have a big cinnamon buns there, I've heard. So I think that the cops here are at Kaps getting cinnamon buns.
And having someone expand their belt for their. Well, here's my top 10.
Oh man, I'm excited, Dad.
Of crazy names of Texas towns. Number 10, Cut and Shoot, Texas.
Cut and shoot.
Number 9, Ding Dong. Can you imagine living in that town? I can imagine living in Cut and Shoot, but not Ding Dong.
I think Django originally was from Ding Dong. I never even knew there was a Ding Dong, Texas, or a Cut and Shoot.
Number 8, Uncertain.
Uncertain. Are you uncertain that this is number 8?
I am, Fruit. Uncertain about lots of things. Number 7, Bug Tussle.
Bug Tussle. Oh, I like that. That's kind of cute.
That's a cute
Bug
name.
Tussle, Texas.
You even got the Texas accent there, girl. Now, number 6, No Trees. I have to say that No Trees is out in West Texas.
There's no trees.
No trees. All desert.
You could just hear him back in the Wild West. Yeah, just hitch your horses up and get up along until you get to there's no trees.
What should we name this town, Mavis? No trees.
Mavis sounds like Bucky.
Number 5, Noodle.
Noodle. Noodle?
Noodle.
Oh, that's cute.
It's from the Native American word meaning nothing.
Really?
Yeah, that's it says right here.
Wow.
Noodle.
This I knew not. Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
Where are you from, Ray? I'm from Noodle. Does that help me?
I'm from Noodle, but my parents were from Ding Dong.
Well, where's Noodle? It's the suburb of Cut and Shoot. Cut and Shoot has a population of 837. It was just too big for us. We're having
Oh,
fun, folks. Don't get upset if you're from any of these places.
yeah, if you're from any of these places, please don't come after us. We all know you got can still carry over there.
Number 4, in case you're hungry, oatmeal.
Oatmeal. I love oatmeal.
Oatmeal, Oatmeal, Texas. Now, that could be a good place, but I'd be hungry for breakfast all the time.
Dad, I would be hungry for breakfast all the time too.
Yeah. Give me some blueberries. Maybe Blueberry, Texas is right next to it. Number 3, Bigfoot.
I did not know there was a Bigfoot, Texas.
Yeah.
All right, road trip.
It wasn't named after Bigfoot.
It wasn't.
It was named after a settler called William A. Bigfoot Wallace.
Bigfoot Wallace. Wow.
Oh,
I was hoping it was I was hoping there were Sasquatch sightings there.
I was hoping that too. That would have been a fun road trip, right?
That would have been an awesome road trip. You know, I would have taken a detour
We
there.
absolutely would have gone there. Number 2, Hoop and Holler.
Oh, Hoop and Holler.
It's a ghost town.
That's like a vintage Texas name right there.
And number 1 on the Texas list of strange names, Zipperlandville.
It's not just Zipperland, it's Zipperlandville.
And it was named because of a company opening a zipper factory in the area.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Zipperlandville. It's a good thing they moved from buttons on men's pants for a fly to zippers.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Daniel has a good friend who is like a zipper aficionado. I kid you not. And every now and then he texts Daniel pictures that he takes on his phone of zippers that he sees out in the wild that he likes.
Well,
And they all just look like regular zippers to me, but he can recognize every manufacturer. And, you know, he goes on and on at length about these zippers. Everyone's got to have a hobby.
I'm just thinking, this is weird.
Dad, it is weird.
Among other things that are weird in this country right now.
That's right. Hey, the debate's tonight. You going to watch it?
I am going to watch it with my popcorn.
Dad, I'm making popcorn too. I went out to Sprouts and I got some, I went in the bulk foods and I got a few scoops of corn kernels and I'm going to pop those in the microwave.
Yeah, I got my air popcorn popper. I'm going to pop it and then I'm going to spray it with Pam butter spray.
That's what I'm doing too. And sprinkle a little bit of nutritional yeast and that'll taste like cheese popcorn.
I thought you were going to sprinkle it with either red or green chili flakes.
Dad, I would do that. That actually sounds like, yeah, I've done that before and it's really, really good. Although Daniel might get indigestion before bed if I do that. So I'll stick to the nutritional yeast tonight.
You would probably like something like habanero powder sprinkled on that.
Dad, I so would. I can eat anyone, and I mean anyone, under the table with hot peppers. Anyone.
Yeah, you do, and it doesn't even bother you.
Does not even bother me. There's that show on TV where people eat those hot wings and then they escalate the sauces. They get hotter and hotter and hotter. I think it's called The Hot Ones. I want to be on that show so bad.
Prove that would
Except
be
with they would have to be like not fried wings, air fried wings.
air fried. Exactly. Well, we're not at the end of the podcast, folks. We're having too much fun. But do you have something weird about the state you live in, or country you live in, if you're not in the U.S., or do you have crazy names of towns in your state or your country that would be fun to share? Let us know in the comments.
That's right. I can't wait to hear all about it. I want to hear all the funny towns in Utah or the funny towns in Arkansas. We know you've got them, people.
You've got them. What was there up in Massachusetts when we lived there? There was Ludlow. That was
Yeah.
kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
But they didn't Ludlow have the Double D ice cream shop that was really great?
Oh man, Dad, we loved going to the Double D black walnut ice cream.
They
Yum.
gave the biggest scoops.
They were enormous.
Okay, now will we get a royalty from Double D right now? Now, is it near the end of the month? Do I need some money? No, but
Yeah. Okay.
I paid my roofers yesterday for a new roof. Maybe that's it.
Hey, did the roof get? Is it complete?
All complete. They completed it by 7 p.m. last night,
My gosh, that's so fast.
and they did such a great job of cleanup.
Wow.
You know what they do is they back these big black trailers up to your garage.
Yeah.
With all the shingles in it.
Yep, they do that here too.
Well, they run around the whole house and all the property with this electric magnet picker up to get all the nails and everything else. And they did such a good job. And so when they left, my car's out in the street. I'm going to drive in, and I'm going down the driveway, and all of a sudden I'm seeing there were nails under that thing that they didn't pick up. I'm glad I got these nails. So I went in, I drove the car in. Then I went back out and I started looking for more nails. I found a few more and I said, oh God, am I going to get a flat tire in the morning? So about 1 in the morning, I woke up and I said, Ray, don't go out there. I said, just go to the bathroom, go back to sleep. I went to the bathroom, went back to bed. And about 1:30, I said, just go out there and see if your tires are flat. I'm glad the car was parked in the garage. So I walked into the garage. No, the tires are all set, and they were still all set this morning. But after I came back from the gym, I looked on the street near the curbs on either side. And sure enough, I found 10 more nails. But I picked
Wow.
them all up. I didn't want anybody to get a flat tire.
Yeah. Now I got a flat tire just last week.
Oh, no.
I did in my convertible. I got a flat tire and it didn't happen on the road. I mean, it obviously happened somewhere on the road, but it didn't pop the tire then. It was a slow leak. And so the next morning when I went out to get the paper, I noticed one of the tires was completely flat. And I was due for a new set of tires anyway. So Daniel pumped up the tire with our air compressor thingy, and I had enough air in there to get to Discount Tire, and I got a whole new set of tires.
Discount tire. Discount tire.
This
This is another
you
promo.
owe us.
I go to Discount Tire all the time
Love them.
because about 2 weeks ago, I did have a slow leak. And I went there and they patched my leak up and rotated my tires. No cost.
No cost. Dad, we have used Discount Tire for years. We would never go anywhere else. They guarantee absolutely everything. You can bring in your car anytime, get a rotation. They'll plug your tires, anything. They're great.
Folks, this is not an infomercial.
I know.
They're just coming up like this, but it is not an infomercial.
Dad, it's like we're on late night cable TV in the 90s. Call 999-999-1199.
Now, if you buy this product from me, it's only $19.95. But if you call within the next 24 seconds, I will send you a whole bushel of red and green chilies. Maybe you think that's all? Oh, we've got more. We'll send some hash salsa along with that. No, that's not enough if you call now.
Dad, that's exactly right.
I'll quit while I'm ahead. Okay, for lunch, folks, all I had was a bean burrito and salsa and my blueberries and a glass of lemon ginger iced tea. That was it.
Ooh, that sounds really good. Yeah, I am going to be making lunch after this. And in the crock pot, I have made homemade tomato sauce with fresh tomatoes. And I am making some zoodles. I have one of those spiralizers.
Ah,
Yeah, I love it. Oh man, Dad, one of the best things I ever
Spiralizer,
bought.
Prue?
I've got a spiral. Okay, this
Prue?
is something you could buy on late night TV. I got a spiralizer on Amazon, like a good one, like a nice metal one, because the plastic ones fall apart. And you shove your zucchini on there or whatever squash or whatever vegetable you want, and you go roo, 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 and it makes zoodles. Oh,
And
look
if
at that. If I do that, my camera does something funny. But anyway, so we're having zoodles and homemade tomato sauce.
And if you order within the next 2 minutes, we'll send you 4 zucchinis with it.
And a gift certificate to Discount Tire. Okay, this one's off the rails.
Off the rails. Okay, Prue, have you thought at all about our riddle?
Oh
And-
my gosh.
And I'll read it again.
Read it again so that all of our listeners and me can be reminded of it.
Okay, here I go, folks. A man lives on the 30th floor of a building and every day takes the elevator down to the ground floor to go to work. When he returns home, he takes the elevator to the 20th floor and walks the rest of the way unless it's raining. Then he takes the elevator all the way up. Why? Prue, do you have an answer?
I have an answer. When it's raining, he has to use an umbrella, and he's a little short little dude. And so he uses the umbrella to poke at the 30th floor.
Ding, ding, ding. Prue, right. Are
Yay!
you as smart as Prue? Let us know.
Let us know in comments.
Do you have
And if
any-
you'd like a discount code to any of the places we mentioned today, please call them, not us.
Exactly. Do you have any questions to ask our listeners, Prue?
Yes, I would like to know, we've got the biggest chili pepper in our state. What's the biggest thing in your state?
Okay. My question is, have you ever used a spiralizer? If so, let me know how it worked.
And what you spiralized?
I'm thinking it's too much work for me. I just throw the stuff into the air fryer and at 410 degrees and let it cook until it's done.
That works too.
That's it. Boy, I like to make my cooking really easy and healthy.
And healthy, exactly.
Well, Amiga, thank you. This was a lot of fun.
This was a lot of fun, Dad. A lot of laughs.
A lot of laughs, and we hope you enjoyed it as much as we did sharing this, because this is the way we are when we just call on the phone. Prue
Every
drives-
time.
Prue drives Daniel and Django nuts, and well, I'm doing the solo, but anybody who can listen out the window is probably driving my neighbors away. They'll come back now.
That's right.
Well, Prue, love you, and you have a great
Love
day.
you.
Adios.
Adios, Papa.
Adios, amiga. That was great, Prue. I had so much fun.
Dad, that was great. We did a great job this time. Every time.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for watching and listening. We love you. Please drop us a comment, like, and subscribe. Can't wait to see you next time.